Hey y'all, today we're back with another recipe. Today we're making Southern Fried Cabbage. This will be the best cabbage you've ever had. If you want the recipe to the muffins, go to the video we posted last week. So let me show you what you're going to need. You'll need a cabbage, you'll need bell pepper, some bacon that we've already chopped up, onion as well, we already have chopped up, some sugar, and also some minced garlic. Alright, so what you want to do is you want to start cutting the cabbage. You want to cut around the edges of the cabbage because you do not want to use the core. We'll show you the core a little bit later in the video. So you just start cutting, and then you just want to cut your cabbage into pieces. Now you can cut it into large pieces and then wash it, or you can just cut it up and then wash it in the end. It's really just your preference. Today we went ahead and cut up all of our cabbage pieces and then washed it afterwards. So just cut it like so. They don't need to be in little teeny tiny pieces, just kind of some nice average size pieces. Whatever your preference is, we're going to use all the parts of the cabbage. Use the, I don't know what people call them, the green pieces and the white pieces. They all have good flavor in them. And I'm so country, y'all. Okay. And just break the pieces apart once you get them into your bowl. There's our core right there. You don't want that part. It's hard, it's useless. Just set it to the side. Alright, so we have our cabbage ready to go, and then we're going to go ahead and just give it a rinse. I like to use the colander bowl to place the cabbage in, so we can just transfer it right to the sink and go ahead and rinse the cabbage thoroughly to get off any grit and all that type of stuff that's on the cabbage. Okay, and once you finish rinsing your cabbage, you just want to give it a good shake so you can get off any residual water. Cabbage has plenty of water in it. You don't need any extra. So we're going to start off with frying our bacon in the pan. Just add it in there and stir it around. Once it starts browning, then we're going to get ready to go ahead and add our vegetables. We're about right there, so we're going to add in our onion. And then we'll go ahead and add in our bell pepper. And we're going to let these ingredients saute together until they start to really brown, and then we'll add our cabbage. Well, just make sure you mix them together. You see the bacon creates plenty of oil. You don't need any additional oil to fry this cabbage in. So we're about there. Go ahead and add our cabbage into the pot. And we do not season our cabbage once we add it into the pot. We wait till it cooks down a little bit, and then we add our seasonings at that point. To me, it's just pointless to season the cabbage too early. And for those of you that have never made cabbage before, cooking down just means that the cabbage has started to cook a little bit and it's starting to soften. And it, if you've never made cabbage before, you're going to end up with half of what you started with. That's just how it works. Cabbage has so much water in it, and it's just a really soft vegetable. So once it cooks to the point where it's softened, you just don't end up with as much as you started with. You can kind of tell by looking at it once it starts to cook down. We'll show you in just a minute. So you can just mix everything together and then go ahead and put your lid on it, and then you just come back and check in a few minutes, and the cabbage should have started to cook down depending on how much you're making at one time. So we're about at that point right here. So we're going to go ahead and get ready to add our seasonings. Always give it a stir, manipulate a little bit so I can make sure I'm at a good point. So we're going to add some garlic powder, some onion powder, and we're going to also add garlic salt and seasoning salt, and of course some sugar. Sugar is the key ingredient for this cabbage. Promise you, sugar balances out your other seasonings. Also garlic, that we added some minced garlic right there, but the sugar really balances out the other seasonings and really gives your cabbage a nice down-home southern savory flavor. Don't skip the sugar. The sugar will not make your cabbage overly sweet. What I like to do is add a little bit at a time. Add some sugar, stir it together, maybe let it cook for a minute, taste it, and then add some more. It's really your preference, Alright, so we're adding a little bit more sugar here, and always taste as you go. So mix it together again, and we're going to get ready to turn off the heat. At this point, we don't need to let it cook on regular heat any further. It's already started to soften. Just turn your heat off and let it sit for about 5 minutes, and your cabbage is good to go. Alright, so we're at the point of plating. Look at that cabbage, y'all. Nice, delicious southern fried cabbage, the best you will have ever had. So please don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe to our channel. And we'll definitely see you with another video later.